Hello and welcome to Think About It, where we have just two primary goals. One, to get you to think about it, and two, to just make more sense than Nancy Pelosi on most any day. I want to take a couple of moments to finally put to rest this ridiculous analogy that the Democrats seem to be relying on every day, every speech, everywhere. You'll hear them say over and over and over again that it was the Republicans who drove this economy into the ditch. And now they want the keys to the car back. I heard President Messiah say that just the other day as he was addressing a crowd where they couldn't even give away tickets for enough people to get in. My friends, I'll put aside the most obvious question, which is, how did the Republicans drive us into the ditch when the Democrats have had control of Congress for quite some time, last I checked, and they control all the purse strings? But I digress. I want to make a visual illustration for you. All right, here we go. The owner-operator of this vehicle had an unfortunate experience. We don't know when it happened, how it happened, where it happened, or why, but we know that somebody was probably late for a dentist appointment because they lost control of the vehicle and drove it into a ditch. A call to a wrecker, a car wash, a bump shop, you're back on the road, you're good to go again. On the other hand, the owner-operator of this vehicle drove the car off a cliff into a canyon. There's no bump shop in the world that can put it back together because this car has been damaged beyond repair. You see, my friends, there is a difference between driving into a ditch and driving off the edge of a cliff. So let me ask you the question. Would you rather have the car be in a ditch, which can be towed out and repaired, cleaned up, and put back on the road? And I guess the Republicans, even though they weren't in control of the purse strings, are responsible for that somehow. Or would you like your car driven over the edge of a cliff, never to be repaired, recovered, or any good to anybody again? Right now in our nation, 40% of the people pay zero income taxes. And yet this administration and the liberals and Democrats seem to think that they are entitled not just to a tax return, but an even greater one. We have fewer people participating in the, shall we say, as President Biden did, patriotic side of things, and more on the taking end. This nanny state has grown out of control. The ditch is starting to look rather attractive to me because right now I see us careening towards a cliff. And that's not one we can come back from. November 2nd, not far away. It's time we steer this thing in the right direction. And by the way, Democrats, come up with something a little more clever that actually works, especially when you've been in charge. Think about it.